doesn't mean anything today. We live in a mental institution, 'cause everything's crazy. They're doing away with borders. It's a new world. It's a new day. There is a new world order coming to your town. You better get ready. You better get ready. It's a new day. It's a new way. It's a new day.
Evil lurks in the hearts of men. The shadow knows.
Oh, yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. It is Sunday night, and you are not going to believe what I got for you right here on Revolution Radio. Oh, no. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Welcome to the Samsel Report. This is the weekly wrap-up wherein we wrap up the week's headlines. The phone line is up. The number to call in, 314-720-6835. Oh yes, you heard right. Yes, you did, 314-720-6835. Now, you listeners out there, feel free to call in and be a part of the program. Free your mind, and your ass will follow. That's right. Oh, yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, and no truer words have ever been spoken. Okay? All right? Ladies and gentlemen, our government is a cesspool of corruption. Our industrial might is a thing of the past, and the Constitution and the Bill of Rights are being trashed by a treasonous, out-of-control government that is intent on enslaving the American people. I know, it sounds just like some low-budget horror movie from the 1950s, but you know what, ladies and gentlemen? We live in the Twilight Zone. Oh, yes, we do.
You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance. You are bombarded by the conditioning illusion projected forth by corporate and government-controlled mass media. A world of mind-controlled automatons, unable to think or speak out or stand up for themselves. You're entering a world where everything is just the opposite of what you think it is. You are living in the Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone.
Oh, yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. We live in the Twilight Zone. The mainstream media is a weapon that's being used to control and dumb down the American people. Even as they are raped financially, their rights and liberties trampled upon, and America destroyed by design. That's right. So, now it's time for an important message. Oh, yes, especially for you listeners out there. Because this program on Revolution Radio is listener supported. Oh, yes, that's right. And that means you, ladies and gentlemen. If you like this network and you like this program, then please send us money. That's right. No, now we don't want a whole lots of money. Oh, no. All we want is whatever you can spare. You should go into the website on freedomslips.com. Go into the website, go check out the archives. If you sign up for the archives, you will never be able to listen to all of them. Okay? I betcha. Okay? All right? But I tell you what, you need to support this network because Revolution Radio is the voice of truth and freedom that you won't hear anywhere else. So please help support informative, entertaining, fabulously original, innovative, cutting-edge, enlightening, mind-expanding, and awe-inspiring programs just like this one. Yes, it is the Samsel Report. It is time for the weekly wrap-up, and it is heard only right here live on Revolution Radio. Okay? All right. So, now, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, it is time for Wild Bill's weekly headline wrap-up. Okay? All right. Are you ready for this? I have a jam-packed show for you guys this week. So let's get right down to it. Okay? Can we do that? Okay, all right. Our first headline. Ted Cruz becomes the first major candidate to jump into the 2016 race. Man, oh man, you heard right. Oh yes, you did. This is from the Associated Press, Washington. Texas Republican Senator Ted Cruz has become the first major candidate for president, kicking off what's expected to be a rush over the next few weeks of more than a dozen White House hopefuls into the 2016 campaign. Look out. I am running for president and I hope to earn your support, the Tea Party favorite said in a Twitter message posted just after midnight on Monday. Cruz, a 44-year-old Tea Party darling, whose entry into the 2016 campaign drew cheers Sunday among fellow conservatives. It's time for truth, a time to rise to the challenge, just as Americans have always done. I believe in America and her people, and I believe that we can stand up and restore our promise. That's what Ted Cruz had to say. Those were his words. He also said, it's going to take a new generation of courageous conservatives to help make America great again, and I'm ready to stand with you to lead the fight. Oh, yes indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So here we go. That's right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The stampede of White House hopefuls begins. You know what, though? I tell you what, it's the same old song and dance routine. The same old scripted production. They march out the same old players, the same old elitist dirtbag criminals scheming away the future of this country and everybody in it. That's right. The same old two-faced liars bringing it, slinging it, flinging it out, right out of their arses. Oh man, and but don't worry. And then there's Ted Cruz. So don't you worry. Ted Cruz is gonna save us. Okay? Ted Cruz is gonna save us? Why? Of course. Why, he's the Tea Party favorite. He's the Tea Party darling. He is marvelous, darling. He is beautiful, beautiful and marvelous, darling. All at the same time. What a guy. Here's a guy that knows how to live. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, this guy knows how to live. Okay? And he knows how to eat too. Okay? All right? You can see that, right? And I'm not talking McDonald's either. Oh no, this guy likes the expensive gourmet stuff. That's right. Can you imagine what this guy spends just to feed his face? Huh? Huh? And God knows what else he's got going on. God knows what else this guy is into. Huh? Huh? Now answer me this. Okay? Is that what you want to see in the White House? But wait, this is only the beginning. Soon, there'll be a whole slew of slithering snake oil salesmen pitching their cures for all ailments. That's right. And the American sheeple will fall for it. Oh, yes, they will. Of course they will. They'll buy right into it. Oh, yes. Again. And then nothing will change, and the agenda will simply march on. And you can take that to the bank. Okay? All right? So let's stick that one on in there with the with the rest of them in there in the old headline corral. Get on in there. Get on in there. Get yourself on. Get on in there. That's Ted Cruz over there. Look at there. Get on in there. There you have it. There you go. Boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. You are listening to the Samsel Report right here on Revolution Radio. All right, let us continue with our look at the week's headlines. The World Health Organization says that Monsanto's Roundup probably causes cancer. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The Cancer Research Agency of the World Health Organization has stated that the world's most popular herbicide probably causes cancer in humans, as well as DNA and chromosomal damage. So put that in your pipe and smoke it, huh? Huh? Oh. Researchers found convincing evidence that glyphosate is possibly carcinogenic to humans, the WHO said. There is sufficient evidence in experimental animals. Before being purchased by Monsanto for use as a herbicide, glyphosate was a descaling agent to clean mineral deposits in hot water systems. That's right. In other words, it ate the mineral deposits off the inside of the pipes, okay? It unplugged the pipes under the kitchen sink, okay? Just like liquid plumber. That's right. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And it kills bugs, too. And not only bugs like bees and butterflies and ladybugs, no, but animals, too, like birds and frogs and rabbits. Why, that stuff will damn near kill anything that eats it. That's right. But keep that under your hat, okay? Because there's money to be made here. You know what I mean, Vern? Huh? The herbicide has been found in food, water, and in the air in areas where it has been sprayed. Corporations like Monsanto are heavily invested in the success of the chemical. And the report points out that the United States Environmental Protection Agency had originally classified glyphosate as possibly carcinogenic to humans in 1985. The EPA approved Monsanto's use of glyphosate as recently as 2013. Monsanto says the scientific data is inconclusive. They have called for an emergency meeting with World Health Organization officials. So, there you have it. There you go. There you have it. What do you think about that one? Huh? Let's stick that one where it belongs, okay? Let's put it where it belongs. Put that one. There you go. I didn't like that one. I didn't like that one at all. Oh, no. So, there you have it. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen. I tell you what, we live in the Twilight Zone. Oh, yes, we do.
Yes, it's Charlie Danger, private detective. Charlie Danger, defender of the Constitution. And now, Charlie Danger, private detective.
Get this and get it straight. Crime is a sucker's road, and those who travel it today are more cunning, traitorous, and evil than ever. They got big wallets and big ideas and big plans, and they don't like anything or anyone that gets in their way. I ought to know. I'm Charlie Danger. It was a cold and windy day as I sat behind my desk in my cozy little office waiting for a phone to ring that lately hadn't been ringing enough. I sat staring blankly at the wall, listening to the sultry sound of the sax player down the hall practicing for his next weekend's gig. I was trying to decide if I should get up and fix myself yet another drink. Suddenly the door burst open and a beautiful blonde bombshell in a fancy evening dress that fit just right in just the right places strolled into the room. She stood there in her spiked heels looking utterly gorgeous and at the same time a little bit dangerous. I say dangerous because in her pretty little hand was a great big .38 caliber snub-nosed Smith & Wesson, and the business end was pointing right at my ticker.
Yes, there are now 4 Charlie Danger adventures to choose from. Go to hiddenmysteries.com. That's hiddenmysteries.com.
Turn the microphone on. That's right. You can go to Hidden Mysteries and check out the entire Charlie Danger's Adventures series. And you can also check out today's New Atlantis while you're at it. Now, that's the good one. That's the one that you should check out first, okay? All right? So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the Samsel Report. This is the weekend wrap-up. And we continue with our next headline. Rutgers law professor says pedophilia is not a crime. Oh, yes, you heard right. Yes, you did. Margot Kaplan. Margot, baby. Margot, darling. She's not very popular today. In the Monday edition of the New York Times, the Rutgers Camden law professor takes to the op-ed pages to argue that we've got it all wrong when it comes to pedophilia. Okay? All right. So we've got it all wrong. Okay? All right. She writes that pedophiles don't necessarily turn out to be child molesters, and that pedophilia is not a choice. A pedophile is born that way. I am getting more emails of support than I ever expected. I'm shocked. I've gotten so many positive ones, she says. Margot, darling, hold on a minute. Who are you getting these positive emails from? She says, a lot of people I don't even know. There's a former prosecutor, a judge, a nurse. Many are individuals with family members who have pedophilia. How much of the population has pedophilia? She says, we're not entirely sure, but the estimates are around 1% of the male population. As far as the number of people with pedophilia who sex offend and who do not, there are a lot of assumptions, but very little data, she says. That's what she says. Why is that? Why is there very little data? She says, there is so much stigma, you see. There is very little reason for anyone to come forth and identify as a pedophile. Well, I don't know about that. Think about that. Hold on a minute. Now, you make a TV reality game show out of it and see how fast they start lining up. Okay? Am I right? So let me spell this out for you, okay? Let me clarify this for you, okay? You can be a pedophile as long as you don't perform a pedophilic act. Okay? You can wear a hat that says, I am a pedophile, and you would be within your rights to do so. Just as long as you do not engage in pedophilic acts with prepubescent children. Oh, Margot, sweetie, come here. Margot, take a look in there. There you go. In there. Go in there. Get in there. Go. There she goes. Oh, go. Gone. She's gone. There you have it. There you go. Okay, that's the end of Margot. Okay? Boy, oh boy. What is it, me, ladies and gentlemen, or what? These people are crazy. These people need to have their heads examined. Am I right? Huh? My God. Okay, well, here's another one here for you. Oh, you're gonna love this one. NASA is on alert as a huge asteroid is set to skim past the Earth at 23,000 miles per hour on Friday. A mammoth asteroid capable of wiping out the entire country is on a near-collision course with the Earth. The 1,000-meter-wide monster will hurtle terrifyingly close to the planet within days, sparking fears of an unprecedented disaster. The object, called 2014 YB35, will skim the Earth on Friday, traveling at more than 23,000 miles per hour. Small meteorites often pass close by. However, one of this size is a once-in-5,000-year occurrence, according to concerned astronomers. Experts warn it is only a matter of time before an asteroid capable of life-altering damage collides with our planet. So, I don't know. What do you think about that one, huh? What do you think about that one? I think it's Twilight Zone stuff to me. Onward, ladies and gentlemen. Onward, because we've got headline. Do we have headlines? Look out. Okay? All right. Here's a good one. You'll like this one. Global warming will force women into prostitution, says California Republican Barbara Lee. That's right. Hey, Barbara, darling. Hey, sweetie. Oh, What are you, off your rocker? What do you need your head examined or something? What? Huh? 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 Barbara Lee, Democrat from California, issued an apocalyptic warning that climate change will hit women harder than men, and that it could drive millions of poor women to engage in transactional sex in order to provide food and water for their families. That's right. That's what Barbara Lee of California has to say. Barbara, sweetheart, darling, Barbara, here, right inside here, darling, right inside here. There you go. Get on in there. Get in there with all the rest of them old yeehaws. What a yeehaw this woman. Man, oh man, what are you kidding me or what? Huh? 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 I can't believe some of these headlines. I can't believe some of these headlines. Oh my God. Here's one. Obama accuses the GOP of favoring Americans over illegal aliens. He came right out and he accused the Republicans of favoring Americans over illegal aliens. Oh yes. How do you like them apples? Nativism, okay, is defined as a policy favoring native inhabitants as opposed to immigrants. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Does this guy actually believe at this point anything that comes out of his own mouth? I mean, next he will be accusing the Republicans of being more concerned over their families than strangers. He said, I think there is a nativist trend in parts of the Republican Party. I genuinely believe immigration is good for our country. Now, that's what Obama said. That's what he said. Am I right? I just read what he said. Okay? So now, if you are against so-called immigration reform, then you are a nativist. Okay? All right? If you're against flinging open the floodgates to everybody and anybody, then you are a nativist. Okay? All right? If you oppose illegals running around the streets waving American flags and demanding this, that, and the other thing, then you are a nativist. All right? If you oppose La Raza and the Reconquistas, then you are a nativist. Okay? If you oppose importing 100,000 ragheads from Syria, you, my friend, are a nativist. I guess if you oppose North American Union, then you are a nativist. After all, we're just one great big happy family. That's right. That's right. We're one big happy family in the New World Order. That's right. Isn't that right, Barry? Isn't that right? Oh, man. Look out.
Free your mind. And your ass will follow.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And you are listening to the Samsel Report. This is Wild Bill's look at the week's headlines. And we continue on. Here's a good one. You might find this extremely interesting. Eleanor Holmes Norton says you don't have a right to know what's going on in the government. Oh, that's right. You heard right. Eleanor Holmes Norton, the non-voting congressional delegate for the District of Columbia, angrily sputtered during a congressional hearing Friday that the White House should not be held up to scrutiny, saying that there was no right to know what it was doing behind closed doors. Man, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? She said, "You don't have a right to know everything in a separation of powers government, my friend. That is the difference between a parliamentary government and a separation of powers government." That's what Norton said during a House Oversight and Government Reform Committee hearing. That's what she said. Those were her words. It was, to put mildly, a significant departure from the more traditional liberal stance that openness and transparency are a must to prevent abuses of power by government officials. Well, Elijah Cummings, a Democrat from Maryland, top-ranking Democrat on the Oversight Committee, thanked her for her comments. "I associate myself with your comments," Cummings added, thus making it clear that he doesn't believe the public has the right to know what's going on inside the White House either. That's right. Why, those pesky people are always gumming up the works with their insistence on knowing what the government is up to. Can you imagine that? Why, they're too downright dumb to know what the government is up to. That's why the people hired the government. Their job is to do all the brain work. That's right, because the people are just too ignorant. Go ahead and tell them what the government is up to. They so stupid they don't know what you're talking about. That's right. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. That's right. That's right. Eleanor Holmes Norton. Get on in there. Get on in there. Get on in there. Ain't nobody supposed to. We're all too stupid, right? Right? Am I right? No, don't tell us nothing. What do we know? Get on in there. Get on, oh, the whole bunch of you all running around all over the place. There you have it. There you go. There you have it. Okay? All right. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I tell you what. It's getting crazy out there, ladies and gentlemen. It is getting crazy out there. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, man, I don't know what to tell you anymore. It's getting harder and harder to find the humor in all this stuff. I mean, we are literally drowning in this stuff, ladies and gentlemen.
You're right with Wild Bill's Freedom Posse.
You're listening to Revolution Radio at freedomslips.com. We are awake. We will not be deterred. We shall find the truth. Politics, New World Order, weather control, the systematic destruction of humanity is in progress, and we are preparing to stand tall, and we attempt to awake others. Please note, we are listener supported, so click a banner, make a donation. I do not have sponsors or commercials to support my efforts. Now, stand by. You are being connected.
Oh, man, look out. It is 10:49 here in beautiful Clearwater, Florida. Oh yes, 10:49, which means a minute ago it was 10:48. A minute from now it'll be 10:50. Okay? All right. You're listening to the Samsel Report right here on Revolution Radio. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. And the headlines just keep on getting crazier and crazier. Oh yes. Like this next one. Why did the United States government recently purchase 30,000 guillotines? That's right. That's right. I said guillotines. 30,000 of them. The use of guillotines for governmental purposes was lobbied for and passed in the United States Congress. Supposedly, 15,000 of them are currently stored in Georgia, and 15,000 of them are stored in Montana. Question: will the United States government do beheadings in the future? Man, oh man, you gotta be kidding me. Huh? 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 Think about this. Why does the U.S. government need 30,000 guillotines and over 600 million rounds of hollow point bullets? There are over 800 prison camps in the United States, all fully operational and ready to receive prisoners. They are all staffed and surrounded by full-time guards, except they are all empty. Now, these camps are to be operated by the Federal Emergency Management Agency should martial law need to be implemented in the United States. And all it would take is a presidential signature on a proclamation and the Attorney General's signature on a warrant to which a list of names would be attached. Now ask yourself, do you want to be on that list? Do you think you're on that? Do you think old Wild Bill is on that list? Man, oh man, oh man. All it would take is a presidential signature on a proclamation, like one of his many executive orders. Oh yeah, like one of Obama's many, many executive orders, like Executive Order 10990, allows the government to take over all modes of transportation and to take control of highways and seaports. Oh yes. Oh yes. Then you've got Executive Order 10995, which allows the government to seize and control the communication media. You've got Executive Order 10997, which allows the government to take over all electrical power, gas, petroleum, fuels, and minerals. And Executive Order 10998, which allows the government to seize all means of transportation, including your personal car. Oh yes, trucks, vehicles of any kind. They can take total control over the highways, the seaports, and the waterways. Then you have Executive Order 10999, which allows the government to take over all food resources and farms. it's getting interesting, isn't it? Executive Order 11000 allows the government to mobilize civilians into work brigades under government supervision. Oh, yes. And you don't even get any green stamps. Man, oh man. Executive Order 11001 allows the government to take over all health, education, and welfare functions. There you go. Executive Order 11002 designates the Postmaster General to operate a national registration for all persons. How do you like that? Huh? Executive Order 11003 allows the government to take over all airports and aircraft, including commercial aircraft. Man, oh man, oh man. And there's more. There's more. I'm not finished yet. There's more. You're listening to the Samsel Report. We're going to go take a break here coming up shortly. But when we come back from this break, we will continue with our list of executive orders. And we will continue on with our headlines because we have a whole mess of them. Okay? So don't go away. Stay right where you're at.
Madison Avenue mentality. Look out, it's gonna get ya. Man is gonna get ya. It's gonna get ya. Oh no, gonna get ya. Oh no. Madison Avenue mentality.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And we are back. You're listening to the Samsel Report. This is the weekend wrap-up right here on Revolution Radio. We were reading off some of Obama's executive orders. So let us continue on. Executive Order 11004 allows the Housing and Finance Authority to relocate communities, build new housing with public funds, designate areas to be abandoned, and establish new locations for populations. Now, isn't that interesting? Executive Order 11005 allows the government to take over railroads, inland waterways, and public storage facilities. That's right. They can come and take over your public storage facility. They got my big screen. Oh, man, and my caddy. They got my caddy, too. Oh, man. Executive Order 11051 specifies the responsibility of the Office of Emergency Planning and gives authorization to put all executive orders into effect in times of increased international tensions and economic or financial crisis. Man, oh man, oh man. Executive Order 11921 allows the Federal Emergency Preparedness Agency to develop plans to establish control over the mechanisms of production and distribution of energy sources, wages, salaries, credit, and the flow of money in the United States financial institution in any undefined national emergency. Man, oh man, oh man. I don't like none of those executive orders. I think what we ought to do is just put them out of their misery. What do you think, huh? We'll just line them up against the wall. There you go. Oh, man. That ought to take care of them. That ought to take care of them. Okay. Oh, my God. Is it me or what? Is it me? Huh? Let's move on here with our headlines, okay? Now you're going to find this one extremely interesting, I think. Retired CIA agent confesses on his deathbed, "I killed Marilyn Monroe." Oh yes, you heard right, ladies and gentlemen. Norfolk, Virginia. A 78-year-old retired officer of the CIA, Norman Hodges, has made a series of astonishing confessions since he was admitted at the Santara General Hospital on Monday. He claims he committed 37 assassinations for the American government between 1959 and 1972, including the actress and model Marilyn Monroe. Mr. Hodges, who worked for the CIA for 41 years as an operative with top-level security clearances, claims he was often employed as a hitman. Oh, that's right. He was often employed as a hitman by the organization to assassinate individuals who could represent a threat to the security of the country. The elderly man claims he committed his assassinations between August 1959 and March 1972 at a time when he says the CIA had its own agenda. He says he was part of an operative cell of 5 members which carried out political assassinations across the country. Most of their victims were political activists, journalists, and union leaders, but he also claims that he killed a few scientists and artists whose ideas represented a threat to the interests of the United States. Mr. Hodges says that Marilyn Monroe remains unique among his victims as she is the only woman that he ever assassinated. He claims he has no regrets, as he says that she had become a threat to the security of the country and had to be eliminated. He said, "We had evidence that Marilyn Monroe had not only slept with Kennedy, but also with Castro," claims Mr. Hodges. "My commanding officer, Jimmy Hayworth, told me that she had to die and that it had to look like a suicide or an overdose. I had never killed a woman before, but I obeyed orders. I did it for America. She could have transmitted strategic information to the communists, and we couldn't allow that. She had to die. I just did what I had to do." Now, the 78-year-old man was placed under custody by the FBI. So they came and took him away. The FBI came and took him away. They're taking Mr. Hodges' confession very seriously, and they have opened an investigation to verify his allegations. That's right. Oh, yes. Now, they're just the people to investigate Mr. Hodges' claims. Just the people. No impartiality there. They'll get to the bottom of things, or they'll set things to the bottom where it'll all get covered up again. So, put down your pipe and smoke it. What do you think of them apples? Huh? 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 What do you think of that? Huh? Huh?
Some say the man is crazy.
He's crazy.
A raving conspiracy theorist.
He's nuts.
Look out, because here he comes, the Crimson Crusader of conspiracy comedy, the one, the only, Wild Bill Samsel. Yes, it's Wild Bill, right here on Revolution Radio.
That's right. Oh, yes. It's enough of that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let us continue on with our look at the week's headlines. Okay? All right. Did you know that Willie Nelson is launching his own brand of weed? That's right. In fact, that's the next headline. Willie Nelson is launching his own brand of weed. There will be branded bongs and stores too. Willie's opening up stores now where you can purchase weed. That's right. Oh, yes. Now, he's trying to get out ahead of the big industry because they're going to legalize this stuff pretty soon, right? Am I right? So old Willie's getting out ahead of the crowd here now. See? So in the states where it's legal, Willie's in business, all right? Okay? Austin, Texas. Up a hill and around a corner, people are rocking out at Willie's Heartbreaker Banquet, a fundraiser music festival that Willie puts on annually. That's right. Now 81 years old, Willie is biding his time before joining the festivities. And he's talking about a brand of weed called, naturally, Willie's Reserve. Oh, yes, you heard right. Willie knows that pot will soon be legalized, and Willie is ahead of the game. There will be Willie stores and Willie papers and Willie bongs. And there will be Willie's own personally selected favorite strains of cannabis. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, that's right. That's right. There you go, Willie. There you go. There you go, Willie. Boy, oh, boy, God bless him. Give him hell, Willie. Man, oh man, oh man. Because that's what we need, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes, you heard right. That's what we need. More people need to smoke a joint. Oh yes, You know why? Because there is an element to smoking pot that contributes to the awakening of free thought, and ultimately it advances the process of deprogramming the effects of mass media conditioning. Oh yes, you heard right. It contributes to the awakening of free thought, and it advances the process of deprogramming the effects of mass media conditioning. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Huh? 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 In other words, if you want to deprogram yourself, then smoking a great big fat joint is the best place to start. Oh yes, you see, medicinally, it can help get your head out of your ass. And that's only the beginning. Why, hemp oils are curing cancer, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes. Oh yes. Now, let me tell you about a socially advanced, highly technological, prehistoric civilization that built a worldwide empire out of an economy based on hemp, marijuana. In fact, you would be amazed at what they could do with it. It was considered to be God's gift to the human race. So, I have to stand with Willie on this. That's right. I say everybody everywhere needs to chill out and smoke a joint. Okay? All right. Take a break from all the chaos and light up a J. What do you say? All you people out there in the Middle East, hey, go smoke a freaking joint, okay? Try it. It won't hurt. Man, oh man. It's time for all you guys out there to reach over and grab yourself a big fat doobie and have at it. Okay? Right here on the Samsel Report. All right? Hey, it'll make the show just that much more interesting. Right? Am I right? Who knows? Who knows? Some of you newbies out there, huh? It could be your first step towards recovery from the mind-numbing effects of mass media mind control. Oh, yes. Oh, man, oh, man. Look out. Look out.
You're riding with Wild Bill's Freedom Posse.
Oh yes, you are riding with the Freedom Posse right here on Revolution Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, tell me something. Are you having a good time out there? Are you having a good time out there, huh? Huh? Are you having a good time out? All right. Okay. Oh, yes. Look out. Look out. Yee-haw! Yes, indeed. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Everybody's having such a good time right here on the Samsel Report. I tell you what, though. Let us continue with our look at the week's headlines. Okay? All right? Okay. Our next headline. France moves to make conspiracy theories illegal by government decree. Look out. That's right. In France, from now on, if you talk about conspiracy theories, you can be fined or be sent to jail. Oh, yes. You see, it's getting hard. It's getting hard for the government to keep its depraved doings from discovery. So it's cracking down on those who expose. The French government can now cover their butts much better and stifle the opposition. Now, we can but hope that the boys in D.C. don't start getting any ideas. Or do I speak prematurely? Our next headline. Top Obama czar. He says, infiltrate all conspiracy theorists. Oh, yes, I guess I did speak prematurely. Oh, man. Presidential advisor wrote about crackdown on expressing opinions. That's right. Well, we don't want people running around all over the place expressing opinions. We can't have that. They have to have their opinions handed to them on a silver platter. Right? In a lengthy academic paper, President Obama's regulatory czar, Cass Sunstein, argued that the United States government should ban conspiracy theorizing. Oh, yes, you heard right. Oh, yes. Man. Among the beliefs Sunstein would ban is advocating that the theory of global warming is a deliberate fraud. Now, we're going to ban that theory right there. Sunstein recommended the government send agents to infiltrate extremist groups who supply conspiracy theories. In answer to the question, what can government do about conspiracy theories, he said, we can readily imagine a series of possible responses. 1, government might ban conspiracy theorizing. Or 2, government might impose some kind of tax, a financial or otherwise, on those who disseminate such theories. Well, that's what they did in France. That's what they just got finished doing in France. Government might ban conspiracy theorizing and impose a tax on those who disseminate such theories, like myself, I guess. Right? What? Sunstein argues that the best government response to conspiracy theories is cognitive infiltration of extremist groups. Okay? Sunstein continued. He said, "We suggest a distinctive tactic for breaking up the hardcore of extremists, infiltration of extremist groups, whereby we send in agents to undermine the believers by planting doubts in their minds." So there you have it. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Cass Sunstein. Oh, man. This guy belongs. There's only one place for this guy. There's only one place for this guy, right? Am I right? Cass Sunstein. There you go. There you have it. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Man, oh man, oh man. I'll tell you what, you can read more about Cass Sunstein's agenda in his new book entitled Shut Up, America, The End of Free Speech. Oh yes, by Cass Sunstein. Shut up, America. The End of Free Speech. That's his new book. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the Samsel Report right here on Revolution Radio. Okay? All right? Okay? All right, our next headline, ladies and gentlemen. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is, right here. West Coast radiation crisis. Looks like we're going to get serious here, folks. West Coast radiation crisis. There is no official radiation monitoring along the west coast of America after the Obama administration's order to cease data collecting on fallout from Fukushima in mid-2011. How do you like them apples? Huh? Huh? No official radiation monitoring along the West Coast. Obama administration's order to cease data collecting on fallout from Fukushima. I say that twice so that it may sink in, because lately things are heating up. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen. Radiation levels along the California coastline are skyrocketing. Dead sea life is washing up on beaches all over the California coastline. The water, the beaches, radiation levels are going through the roof. And it's not only on the western coast, ladies and gentlemen. It's the entire northern hemisphere of the planet. And we got wildlife dying off all over the place. Radiation levels in the snow that fell on St. Louis last winter were 3 times higher than normal. Oh yes, And you know what that means? That means that we are eating it and drinking it and otherwise being totally immersed in it on a daily basis. Only we can't see it, we can't smell it, we can't tell it's there. But nobody is telling you this, are they? Why do you suppose that the media is silent about the ongoing nuclear crisis at Fukushima? Why do you suppose the government is silent about the continuing nuclear pollution being spewed forth from Fukushima? Interesting questions, ladies and gentlemen. And you heard it first right here on the Samsel Report on Revolution Radio. In a related article, 10,000 dead sea lions wash up in California. Officials announce a crisis. 10,000 baby sea lions have washed up dead on a California island. Experts are calling the unexplained deaths a crisis. And they're saying that pups are washing ashore at an alarming rate. That's what rescuers said Thursday. Tens of thousands of sea lion pups birthed last summer are dying. Some are desperately trying to climb out of the water and onto boats. Scientists blamed the phenomenon on unseasonably cold waters. Fuku what? Fuku what? Huh? What? Unseasonably cold waters. Yeah, right. That's the ticket. Researchers believe probably close to 10,000 are dead, and they expect more to die over the coming months. Only you're not going to hear a whole hell of a lot about it in the mainstream media. That's right. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I tell you what, we're getting into the serious stuff here all of a sudden. Because we live in a sick, depraved world, ladies and gentlemen. A sick, depraved, mind-controlled population. And people are beginning to go off the deep end. Oh, yes. Our next headline is about 2 cops arrested for beating a 3-month-old child into a vegetative state. How do you do something like that? Well, Charlotte, North Carolina, a bond hearing was held on Wednesday for Robert Jeffrey Taylor, Jr., 45 years old, who worked for the New York Police Department as a corporal. Hold on a second. Wait a minute here. Hold on. Taylor was arrested for abusing his 3-month-old baby so badly that he is not expected to survive. The infant's mother, Audrey Schurig, 36 years old, is also a police officer. She was arrested as well and charged with unlawful neglect of a child for leaving the baby in his father's care despite allegedly knowing about the abuse and failing to protect the child. Jackson Jennings Taylor, their 3-month-old son, was abused so brutally on February 15th that he is unable to move or eat without a feeding tube. How do these people are sick? We live in a sick, depraved society, ladies and gentlemen. 2 cups. How do you like them apples? All right. Okay. All right. Let us continue on here. Let us continue on, okay? All right? All right? Yeah. The beat goes on, ladies and gentlemen. The beat goes on. While they go on beating on us. And we are getting pummeled, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting pummeled. Okay? All right?
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
So what do we got going on here? Hold on a second. Hold on a second here. Hold everything. Okay, all right. I'll tell you what we do. I'll tell you what we do. Hold on a second. That's right. Everything has changed. Nothing is quite the same. Let us continue here. What do we got here? What is this that I'm looking at? What is this here? What is quotations? I have what is this? A list of quotations. Okay, all right. So what am I supposed to do with this list? Don't tell me bend over. Let's read this list. Okay. All right. These are some interesting quotations that you might find interesting. Okay. This one is by the Club of Rome. Club of Rome. Check this out. In searching for a new enemy to unite us, we came up with the idea that the threat of global warming would fit the bill. The real enemy then is humanity itself. Club of Rome. That is a quotation. Do you believe in global warming? No, I don't believe in global warming. Off with your head. Right? Right? If you don't believe in global warming, look out. Right? Huh? Okay, let us continue because we have more of these things. To achieve world government, it is necessary to remove from the minds of men their individualism, their loyalty to family traditions, their national patriotism, and their religious dogmas. Director of the United Nations World Health Organization. Hold on, just give me a break here. I'm trying to do the best I can with what I got here, okay? All right? What do we got here? The present vast overpopulation, now far beyond the world carrying capacity, cannot be answered by future reductions in the birth rate due to contraception, sterilization, and abortion, but must be met in the present by the reduction of numbers presently existing. This must be done by whatever means necessary. That is from the Initiative for the United Nations, Echo 92 Earth Charter. So, by whatever means necessary, they are going to reduce the population. Hell, they'll come right out and tell you that. Oh yeah. Brzezinski will tell you that. We're just going to start eliminating people. How they're going to do that, they won't tell you that, but they're going to start eliminating. You dirty rats. You dirty rats. Man, oh man. Brzezinski. Oh man, now talk about a dirty rat. Okay? Talk about a dirty rat. Brzezinski said, old Zbigniew said, can you imagine having a name like Zbigniew Brzezinski? Zbigniew. Hey, Zbigniew, what's happening, baby? Oh my God. Anyway, it is easier to kill 1 million people rather than trying to control 1 million people. People are fighting back. Our capacity to impose control over humanity is at a historical low. That's what Brzezinski had to say. In other words, they're losing control. It's falling apart for these people. Oh yeah, they're losing control. They're losing the info war here. Excuse me. Oh yeah, because that's what this is. Waking everybody up, doing this here program as part of it. All the hosts here on this network are part of it. You know, they do a lot of work, these people, to put on these programs here on this network. These people do all kinds of work because they deal with all the serious stuff. Here I come along, I'm the clown. I come along and make fun and this, that, and the other thing, you know, trying to lighten it up here at the end of the week before you have to go to bed and get up tomorrow morning and start the whole week of the same old rat race all over again, right? But anyway, no, these people who put on these other programs here, they do a lot of research, they do a lot of work to put on a 2-hour show. I can attest to that. It's a lot of work to put on a 2-hour program. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, here's the rest of that song, okay? This is yours truly here. This is the rest of that song for the sheeple, okay? Check it out.
Everything will be alright. Tuck your children in at night. You believe in lies. Everything has changed. No, nothing's quite the same. No. Lightning, thunder, rain. All's God's all. Go on going on your way. Make believe it's all okay. One day you will find everything has changed. You know nothing's quite the same. No. Lightning, thunder, rain.
There you go. There you have it. That sums it all up in a nutshell right there for everybody. For the sheeple by yours truly. So stick that in your pipe and smoke it. Okay? All right? You're listening to the Samsel Report right here on Revolution Radio. Here's another quote. Let me throw this one in there. We got time for this? Let me throw in there this here quote. No one will enter the New World Order unless he or she will make a pledge to worship Lucifer. That was said by David Spangler, Director of Planetary Initiative, United Nations. What a schmuck. What a schmuck this guy is. He's a schmuck. Hey, you're a schmuck. Go on, get out of here. What a schmuck. I tell you what. Man, oh man. I shoot that guy. That's what I do. I shoot that guy, man. I shoot him again. I shoot him. There you go. I shoot him again. There you go. I shoot him again. Oh, so much for that guy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Man, oh man. Anyway. We had a whole bunch of headlines this week. Oh yes. All kinds of headlines this week. Boy, oh boy. So I tell you what, you're going to probably want to come back next week. That's my recommendation. That would be my prescription for all you guys out there. Come back next week. Okay? Right here. Because right now is getting to the point where I'm going to have to take off here because it's about time for me to be going.
Hello? I must be going. I cannot stay. I came to say I must be going. I'm glad I came, but not the same. I must be going.
For I said you must stay.
I'll stay a week or two. I'll stay the summer through. But I am telling you, I must be going.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So, I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen. You must come back next week. Same time. Same place. www.freedomslips.com. Studio B. As in Baker. Right?
Madison Avenue mentality. Look out, it's gonna get ya. Man is gonna get ya. It's gonna get ya. Oh no, gonna get ya. Oh no. Madison Avenue mentality.